You hate your job. I get it. Your boss emails you at 9 p.m. Your commute is 40 minutes. The office microwave smells like regret. But I need you to pause for 1 second and be grateful, because 10,000 years ago, your career options were chew leather, taste poison, stand in the dark waiting to be eaten, or hold a fire like your life depends on it. Because it did. There was no HR. There was no quitting. There was only congratulations, you're the hide chewer now. And the last job on this list is the reason you exist. Literally, stay for that one. Here's the thing about ancient jobs. Nobody applied for them. There was no resume, no interview, no where do you see yourself in 5 years? You got chosen because you were standing there. And once you were chosen, that was it. That was your identity now. Your whole personality became the guy who chews stuff. There was no unemployment, no career change, no midlife crisis, because your midlife was like 31. There were no weekends, no sick days, no quiet quitting, because quitting meant wandering off alone, and wandering off alone meant becoming a snack. And salary was food and not dying. That was the whole compensation package. So let's rank the worst jobs in ancient human history, from gross to I would rather fight a bear. But before the countdown, some quick dishonorable mentions. The Dung Collector, because fire fuel and mud bricks don't gather themselves. The professional mourner, paid to cry at funerals, sow grief, but with a deadline. And the Sin Eater, a person who ate bread off a dead body to absorb all their sins. That was a real job. HR would like a word. Number 6, the hide chewer. When your tribe killed an animal, the skin came off stiff like wet cardboard. To make it soft, someone had to chew it for hours, every day, just chewing someone else's cow all day, like a very tired, very sad piece of gum. You didn't even get to eat it. You just chewed, spat, until the leather was soft and your jaw was enormous. Archaeologists say ancient hide workers had worn down polished teeth from years of chewing leather, which means, yes, somewhere in history, there was a person whose entire legacy was he chewed good. Imagine your performance review, you chewed adequately, we're keeping you forever. And the worst part, you were probably proud. Yeah, I chew, the tribe needs me. Number 5, the urine collector. In ancient Rome, laundry was done in urine. Yes, urine. The ammonia in it cleaned the clothes, so fullers, professional laundry people, stomped on clothes in giant tubs of pee all day, barefoot, like a smoothie made of nightmares. And someone had to collect that pee. Standing outside public toilets, waiting, jar in hand, hoping today was a good day. They even taxed urine because it was that valuable. When the emperor's son complained that the pee tax was gross, the emperor held up a coin and said, "Money doesn't stink." Bro taxed urine and then flexed about it, which means somewhere in history a man looked at a jar of stranger's pee and said, "This is worth money." And he was right, and I hate that for him. Number 4, the human fly trap. Ancient Egyptian pharaohs were considered gods, and gods do not get bothered by flies. So servants would stand next to the pharaoh, covered in honey, to attract the flies away from him. That was the job. Stand perfectly still, covered in sticky honey in the desert sun, becoming the world's most committed fly magnet. If a fly still landed on the pharaoh, you failed. At your job, failure is an awkward email. At this job, failure was, the God King is itchy and it's your fault. No shade to the flies either. They were just eating. Everybody was doing their job. Number 3, the food taster. Sounds fancy, right? You eat all day, get paid, nap. Except the entire point of your job is to eat food that might kill you. Every single meal is a gamble. Delicious. Wait, is my tongue numb? Tell my mother I love her. There was no promotion from this role. The only career path was survive today, eat again tomorrow, and eventually lose. Your performance review was death, and the feedback was immediate. Meanwhile, your worst day at work is a jammed printer and a passive email. Perspective. Number 2, the night lookout. Everyone else gets to sleep. You get to stand at the edge of camp in complete darkness listening. Every snapped twig is a predator. Every shadow is a lion with your name on it. And if you fall asleep, and you will because you're human, the whole tribe might not exist by morning. So your job is stay awake, stay quiet, stay afraid for 8 hours every night forever. This is also, by the way, why you scroll your phone at 2 a.m. for no reason. Your brain still thinks it's on shift. It's checking the perimeter. There is no perimeter. There's just you and the group chat. And you couldn't even complain because complaining wakes the tribe. And waking the tribe makes you the guy who woke the tribe. And number 1, the worst job in ancient human history, the Firekeeper. Before matches, before lighters, before basically everything, fire was not something you made. It was something you kept. Lighting a new fire from scratch could take days, so one person's job was to never, ever let the fire die. Rain, protect it with your body. Wind, shield it all night. Trip over a rock at 3 a.m. and the embers go out. You just ended your tribe's only flame. And now everyone eats cold mammoth for a month while glaring at you. No pressure. You couldn't take a nap. You couldn't call in sick. The fire did not care about your feelings. But here's the twist. They never failed. Somewhere in your bloodline, through ice ages, floods, predators, and terrible Tuesdays, someone stayed up. Someone cupped their hands around the embers through the storm. Someone took the worst job in the world and did it perfectly. That's why you're here. You are the finished homework of someone who refused to quit. So the next time your boss emails you at 9 p.m., take a deep breath and remember, at least nobody is asking you to chew a cow. Comment which ancient job you'd survive. I'm personally applying for a person who naps. And if this video made your job feel even 5% better, subscribe, because next week we're covering how ancient humans survived winter, and oh no, it gets so much worse. See you then. Also hug someone today. They kept the fire going for you.